It is 2 o'clock, and we want to bring you up to date on this winter blast. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tracy Berry.
What?
And you can't understate how cold it is. It's in the 20s.
Man, these conditions are brutal, and my photographer and I are both from Southern California, so this is a fun taste of winter.
Mark, I mean, we feel like we're in Chicago.
Now look how it kicks up. That looks like Wisconsin snow.
Man, am I in Montana? This does not seem like Portland, Oregon all of a sudden.
It's more like probably Alaska than it is Oregon.
It looks kind of like Siberia as I look out here.
That means talking to your employer about taking off from work early today.
Get home as soon as you can.
If you're not home yet, try to go home. If you are home, stay home.
Our recommendation is to not travel, to go home.
It is as if the entire region has emptied their offices and their classrooms, and they're all heading home.
The city is turning into gridlock again here.
This is Gridlock Central in the middle of a snowstorm.
Check that one out at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, no.
Almost 3 hours.
He's been sitting in traffic for so long, he's actually taken a couple of naps at times.
If you're on a bike or a horse or even roller skates, you can probably pass these people in the cars right now.
Yeah, I think you could.
All right.
Yeah, we see that when this happens. People start to think, well, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna get at home or wherever I need to get before everybody else, and before you know it, everybody's on the freeway trying to get somewhere. I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Don't abandon your car. It blocks us from clearing the road.
One thing we ask you not to do is leave your car in the roadway.
Please do not abandon your cars.
The smartest thing that people can do is get out of their car.
Take a look at these folks getting out of their car even. I mean, it has just completely stopped as folks try to get where they're going.
Some people who had to abandon their cars because their tires were spinning and they just couldn't move.
A lot of people just leaving their cars here.
We've been seeing so many accidents. We ran into a lot of people who were stuck trying to chain up, had to get towed out of ditches.
Snow is picked up. The last time we checked in with you, some of the bricks were covered by snow. I'm going to say all of the bricks now.
Every time you come to me, I swear the asphalt is just covering up a little more. The sidewalk is too.
It's hitting just about 2 inches on the main road here.
There's all this snow that's starting to build up in the parking lot here. You know, we've seen it coming down since we've gotten here.
You can just see how much snow has actually gathered. I mean, I don't even know exactly how much this would be.
You can see the snow is completely covering the ground. This is the curb, and here's the snow.
This is what's been accumulating on the sidewalk throughout the day. You can see it is really thick.
I can't see any pavement now except for where there have been parked cars.
You can see that the accumulation out here is really obvious. Take a look at this snow.
But it's definitely, when it hits us hard.
This is a real mess.
Get the idea, the roads are just a mess.
That just looks like a mess out there on the west side.
It is a mess.
What a mess.
We'd hoped it would start improving at this point, but it is not.
You need to have supplies.
We're telling people you don't need to be outside unless you really have to be outside.
We've been saying this in the newscast over and over, but stay indoors if you can.
Just stay at home.
Don't get on NATO Parkway, whatever you do.
We're already starting to see the city fill up with the lanes, cars going the wrong ways. What's the plan to avoid gridlock like we had last time where it took people several hours to get home?
Well, again, I mean, the way to avoid gridlock is for people to stay off the roads.
Stay in your house, stay warm, make some hot cocoa.
Oh, a blanket and hot cocoa.
And it's getting cold out here. Just take a look at our live truck. You can see these icicles just starting to build on the side just from how cold it is.
And that is really making it tricky on drivers. And we're seeing a lot. It's just sliding right away, my hand on this thick ice.
Now, the bottom of my boot right here is pretty rugged, but as you can see, it just slides on the street and on the pavement.
She had a GoPro, and this is kind of an example of just how slick it is out there. Yeah.
Hi there. How are you guys doing? It's continued to snow here. It's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, this is so intense out here.
Only living things feel that, animals and people.
These folks are enduring a slog of all slogs.
Stay off the roads and stay home.
they don't have any plows here in Albany. They're not going to run any plows here overnight.
My husband is driving south from Seattle right now. Just got another text message from my husband, who is about 15 miles from the border. He's just 15 miles north of Vancouver, and I-5 is completely stopped, and he's been stopped there. My husband is stuck on I-5 right now, north of Vancouver.
Just trying to get home.
Right. We're worrying about who's going to take care of our kiddos tonight. They're at daycare right now. My husband is still stuck in it. He's just sitting there, and all the folks around him. I've got a husband who's stuck on I-5 north of Vancouver. Kids are at daycare. Yeah. Don't know what we're going to do.
It's just really, really rough out there on the roads. Best to just kind of leave it parked.
Make alternate plans to driving altogether.
Well, get this. We talked to a guy just back here behind us who was biking home in this.
Maybe we'll have flying TriMet buses someday.
Let me show you. This is kind of our reporter survival kit. We've got our ice scraper here, a thermos full of hot water.
I asked her what about tomorrow, and she said there is no way she's going to work tomorrow, given that snow is once again in the forecast.
Just like powdered sugar, it's really amazing.
We're doing snow day high fives. Okay, there he is. High five, and time to go. We're out of time, guys.
We're going to take a break, reset. News Channel 8 at 5 starts next.